All right, happy National Signing Day, everyone. And we have some major news out of the college football ranks. Primetime Deion Sanders has shaken up the world, landing the number one recruit in the nation. I'm going to break down everything going on with the story, as well as the team rankings, what's going on with some of the uncommitted prospects, and what you can expect moving forward, give you my 2 cents on the whole thing. But if you could first, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell to get these daily update videos. Greatly appreciated. It helps out the channel a lot. And we're making our push to 100 subs. All right, so like I said, prime time, Deion Sanders has done it. He has flipped the number one overall recruit, Travis Hunter, cornerback from his alma mater, Florida State, to Jackson State. Now, Hunter had been committed to Florida State since March of 2020, so this has been a long time solid committed to Florida State. And now Deion's done it. This picked up a lot of steam early this morning that he could possibly be flipping, and he actually flipped him. Now, for those of you who don't know, Jackson State is an HBCU, a historically black college, small group of 5 team. They don't get recruits like this, and this is absolutely insane. And this is a big risk for this kid because there are some negatives with doing this. Going to a smaller school, Deion can pump a lot of money into this Jackson State program. He's done a great job with this team, building up this program, building up the facilities, but you really can't compete with the top programs. You can't compete with Alabama, Georgia, Texas, A&M, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State. You can't compete with these programs from a facility standpoint, from a resources standpoint, from a money standpoint, from an opportunity standpoint. They just can't compete. But maybe this could be a change of the tide here if we can start getting some of these recruits to go to these smaller schools, these HBCUs, and start building up the talent pool where you increase your competition, increase the money funding, increase your resources, and everybody starts leveling the playing field. This could be a huge step in that direction. But again, it's a great risk. I'm not sure these other smaller schools can compete when a prospect, he commits to a smaller school that's not Jackson State and really gets hurt by the lack of access to facilities, training, stuff like that. So who knows where this could be going? But again, this goes back to the NIL thing. People thought that the money was going to swing college football into just the top dogs, but it could actually add some parity. Small schools could just dump all their money into a top prospect and they could start flipping people. And you get 2 or 3 top 5-star prospects to a smaller school and bam, you're instantly impacted, instantly got a winning job. Now, all the credit in the world to Deion. He's done a great job with Jackson State the last 2 years. Really turned them into the cream of the crop of the bottom tier programs, small schools, HBCUs. In a bowl game this year, ton of publicity. Everybody, that's probably the only HBCU most people can name that don't follow college football. So yes, Deion is doing a great job. Now, there is some worry Deion could be moving on to a bigger head coaching job, maybe that Florida State job he would want to take. But some people are saying, nah, Deion's committed to this. He's doing it for the program, doing it for the principles. He's not about his ego. He's just trying to build something better for more opportunities for smaller schools, build up HBCUs, and make it a real competitor to top programs. So, again, this is a huge get, especially if Travis Hunter can turn into a top NFL corner. This is just going to be everything for this school. And who better to have as a head coach than Deion? Deion's the man. Deion's going to teach you how to play cornerback. Deion's going to teach you how to play in the NFL. So a huge get. Absolutely insane flip. I don't think we've seen a flip like this in a long time. Definitely not to a small school like this. Definitely not from a big school like Florida State. So huge news out of the recruiting world. But let's look at the other teams. Some teams having some great days so far. A&M, Georgia, Alabama, your top 3, Ohio State, Texas moving up the boards. A&M started off the day, huge get of Jake Johnson, son of Brad Johnson, number 1 tight end of the country, got him committed to really round out this class. A&M, I know, slightly biased here, is really making a push for this number 1 class. They have a lot of 5-stars on the board that they can still pick up. Texas flying up the boards, a huge few days for Stark. Word is they might flip number 1 receiver Evan Stewart from A&M to Texas. Who knows? There's a lot of conjecture going on there. But the big dogs are still the big dogs. But if A&M can put a big class together this year, had a good class last year, another class next year, can they finally start dethroning Alabama in the SEC West? It's a tall task, but classes like this can change everything. Ohio State and the Big Ten are having a big day. Ohio State 4, but look at this. Michigan 9, Penn State number 6. Michigan, Harbaugh, Winning will give you everything. Has not had some good classes the last few years, and he's getting it done. North Carolina slowed down a bit. They were all the way up to number 4 yesterday, so they've dropped a little bit, but huge class for the North Carolina and Mac Brown. Mac Brown can recruit. We know that. Mac Brown built an absolute powerhouse at Texas, recruiting at Texas. People forget, Texas was not good in the 80s and 90s, and Mac came rolling in. Texas became great again, became this national power. So maybe North Carolina can start getting guys in the ACC, especially with teams like Florida State and Clemson maybe falling off. Now, Clemson did get the number 1 quarterback in the country, Clay Kubiak, from Westlake High School in Austin, Texas. So that's a huge, huge get for them to help Dabo rebuild this program. Absolutely exciting stuff. So let's look at some of the players still left to go. They got to update, though. Let's see if we update this. See, there we go. Travis Hunter to Jackson State, the verbal. There. Walter Nolan, number 2 defensive tackle at A&M, still going. North Carolina with Travis Shaw, number 3 defensive tackle signed. So a lot of guys still out there. Top guy signed. Missouri, Luther Burden, number 1 receiver on Rivals. Evan Stewart was number 1 receiver on 24/7. So lots of big guys out there. Let's look at the big undecided here. Here are the big ones here that are undecided. Denver Harris out of North Shore in Houston. A&M top on his board. Jimbo has absolutely owned Houston. Shamir James out of Mobile, Alabama. Gotta expect Bama to be landing him. Big time get if the tie can get him. So yeah, big chunk of guys here in this 12 to 17 range, undecided. There's still a later signing day in February. This is where we're going to see some guys sign and that move window there. You know, guys like to play it up a little bit. Not everybody wants to sign. They have until Friday to sign, actually. They don't have to sign today. So maybe some guys sign in by Friday, and if they don't, they got to wait till the February signing window. But these are also big for early enrollments. You want to pick up these guys. You want to get them on your school. You want to get things started, get them in the weight room, get them in an off-season program, and maybe they can be an impact for you as a freshman. It's absolutely great time. The money being handed out is absolutely insane. We can't talk about these numbers here. It's absolutely ridiculous. We're in professional sports at this point, but hey, I don't mind it. My team can pay for people. Who cares? But yeah, that's going to do it for us today. Let me know what you guys think about this big-time recruit, Travis Hunter, going to Jackson State, huge get. And what do you think about some other schools? Can anybody make a move? Is Texas going to be back? Can A&M finally make the push to be the number 1 class in the country? This is going to do it for us today. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.